Hello, welcome to the Scottish Wedding channel. My name's Kirsten and I'm a makeup artist. Today we've decided to do a vintage bridal look for you. Okay, so we've just added a little bit of a nice moisturiser to your skin in the areas where we think there's a bit dry, and because of the look that we're going for today is quite a matte look, a vintage look, a bit of Hollywood glam, I'm going to use this matte primer from Illamasqua just over, so just prime the skin and give the foundation a nice base to sit on. And as I say, just work that in to the skin, just get all the blood flow to the face. Just let that sit in and just move on to applying the foundation. Although for this look we're actually going to use a sheer glow foundation, which tends to have a bit more illuminating to it. We'll just actually then mattify down with just some powder. So this is in medium NARS, it's in Punjab. Just test a little bit of this foundation just down the side of your face here. And this is like the oiliest part of the face, so often with foundation, if you test it out in this area here and then just let it sit for a minute, and just with the air it tends to oxidise, and then you actually see the true colour that it would turn out to. So always just test it. Another place to do it is here. It would just be a little bit in the chest area here. And if you find that that just fades into the natural colour here, then you know you've got quite a good match. Foundation brush and just work that into the skin. NARS foundation actually works nice with using your fingers. It just tends to react well with the heat if you're coming from your fingers. And the primer here is just helping the foundation just sit on the skin, and it actually is giving it the appearance of more of a matte look than it would be if the foundation was applied on its own. Work that in. Close it every second for me, Evan. I think if you've got a good base, then everything else just looks all about the skin, isn't it? That's why so much of this makeup is about your skincare regime as well, as rather than just about your foundation. You know, if you're using the right products on your skin, then you're getting the most out of your skin, and with your cleansers and maybe your scrubs, then you will see sort of the difference that it makes to your skin and how your foundation and makeup will sit on it. And a lot of foundations as well, they're buildable, so the more product that you add and keep to add, then the more coverage you'll have. So some foundations are already quite a heavy foundation, but some of the more sort of ones with the illuminating products in it, you can build on it to achieve a sort of more full coverage look. So let's get a nice even base. What we'll do now is we'll just get some concealer for under the eyes. And so again, everyone, you've just got a little bit of blue under the eye, so just to correct this we're going to use a peachy coloured colour corrector just to sort of even out the skin tone, and then we can always conceal over it. And this one is a light beast colour from Bobbi Brown. And we're just going to apply just a little bit of product right in at the corner where so just finding a concealer just to match the tone of your foundation, and that'll just blend in, and just even if you need it a little bit more intense, just dab it in, but I'd say always with the heat of your fingers to blend it in rather than leaving it just sitting on the skin. So we're going to just set this look now just with some powder, and because we don't want to really change the tone of the foundation that we've applied, we're just going to use a bit of MAC Prep and Prime. It's translucent powder, so it wouldn't actually change the colour. Just stops that under eye concealer creasing. And then just on the areas of the face that we tend to get a little bit of shine from. So that's a base for now. And what we're going to do with this look is we're going to create quite a vintage glamorous look. So we're going to accentuate the eyebrows, big glamorous flicks and a nice bold lip. So what we'll do first, just to frame the faces, we'll just define your eyebrows. Now you've got a great shape to your eyebrows, so what we'll just do is fill in just any areas where we're just missing a few brows. But in terms of the actual shape, then they're perfect and lovely. So again, just give the eyebrows a little brush up. And if you look here, this eyebrow here, pretty much perfectly in line with the corner of our nose, which is where you really want the eyebrow to start, just to start framing the eyes. The outer corner here is almost just in line, and the highest part of the eyebrow, the arch here, is just diagonally through the centre here. So they're a great shape and thickness as well. So all we're going to really do is just fill them in. I'm just going to use some of the high D HD brows, and we're just going to powder these in. Not really needing to do too much to the actual shape. Maybe fill in a little bit more in the corner here. This one's going to be a little higher here, so we'll just even out that. Okay, and once you're happy with the eyebrows, we're going to prep for eyeshadow. So we're just going to use the MAC paint pot just to prep the lids. This is quite a neutral colour called Painterly. I'm just closing my one. Just going to place that on the lid.
Is that just a primer for the eyes?
It is, It just a lot. You can use it on its individually as an eyeshadow because it's cream based, but it just helps for your eyeshadow to stick, so it keeps it in place for the day. But you can buy them in lots of different colours and use it as an eyeshadow on its own. Okay, so keeping things quite matte, we're just going to add a little bit of lighter. This is a MAC again eyeshadow in Bisque. We're just going to place that in the very inner corners. And just into the socket line here, we're just going to add a little bit of a warmer colour. We're just going to keep it all quite matte. MAC Swiss chocolate. And we're just going to work that into the outer corner. Just to give a little bit more depth, just out to the outer edges. I'm going to add a little bit of a lighter shade, and we're just going to blend that down towards the lash line. We're just building up some matte colours here, just to open up the eye. Okay, now just using an angled brush and a little bit of matte black, we're just going to push this into the lash line, push this colour. We're going to go in with some eyeliner, and we're going to use a gel liner just to create quite a deep sort of dark fluid line. You can use obviously a pen, liquid pen, or you could use a cake liner here. So if you just look at me and look down, so we're just going to make this flick come from the bottom, and I'm going to join it over and open for me. And close. So try and get your line, your flick right first, and then you can obviously build it and make it thicker. Just going to darken that. And open one. And close. If you can open actually one and just stay, look over the camera, just going to tickle the inside. Okay. I think we could actually go a wee bit darker with you. Nice. So keeping your eyes quite matte on, just rather than putting too much sparkler for a kind of more of a vintage look. Run a little bit of that through there. I'll just highlight under the brow bone, it just gives the illusion of the eye being bigger. So again, we'll just curl the lashes first, and then we'll add a waterproof mascara. So we've added a black waterproof mascara after we've curled our lashes, and we're just going to add some individual lashes out into the corner of your eyes. Okay, we'll go for it. So we're just going to add a few lashes to the corners. Maybe just do it a couple of mediums with a couple of shorts. So this will just go on the glue will still appear white, but it will set and it will just turn black. So just in the outer corners. I might even get another wee one on that side of one. How do they feel? They feel okay?
Okay,
Yeah?
feel fine, yeah.
Can you open that wee second for me? I want to see that one. That's fine. Yeah, better. Right, I'm just going to tidy up a wee bit under your eye. So I'm going to actually put a little bit of colour under your eyes. So I'm just using a little bit of powder first, just to softly put that under. Brings out the blue in your eyes, just a nice kind of warmer brown. Look up for me. That for a wee touch. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on the bottom.
What we do want, look
Just
up.
look up for me, that's perfect. Are you okay with a little bit of colour in the water, your waterline?
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay, I'm just going to finish up the top of the eyes. Just going to add a little bit more intensity to the line and just see away. Okay, we'll just clean up a little bit under the eyes and then we'll just finish up with some cheeks and lips. Right, we'll just do a little bit of contour in the face. So we're just going to add a little bit of bronzer and we're just going to use that to kind of contour the face. So just underneath the cheekbones, just work that in up towards the forehead. Just work it right into under the cheekbones. And then areas that would just naturally be kissed by the sun, so up into the forehead. Blend that in. Okay, so I'm going to add a lip before we do the blusher, because sometimes you can then determine exactly the colour of blush to put on. So we'll do a nice red lip. Okay, so I'm just using MAC lip liner in Cherry. Stops the lipstick from bleeding into the skin, especially if it's quite a bold lip. Okay, because it's maybe a little touch too orangey for the liner, but I think it'll work, so we'll just... Okay, so we're just going to take a nice sort of, well, it's a red with quite a bit of orange through it, and we're just going to fill in the lips. Probably I've gone more of with the lip liner more of an orangey tone. This one's actually got a little bit of pink through it, but the actual colour works. You really set a lovely bold lip, everyone. That's lovely on you. Okay, so I think for the cheek we'll keep it quite of a sort of same theme, sort of an orangey, peachy tone. So we'll keep it quite matte and we'll just use Peaches from MAC just on the apples of the cheeks. Blend that in. So just a little bit of the peaches to the apples of the cheeks, and to finish we're just going to add a little bit of highlight into the corners and just the tips. our vintage bridal look complete. If you have any questions, please get in touch. Any other videos you'd like to see, then please let us know. Thank you.